Alright, YouTube, so this is one of the skis I was on over the weekend, and we had an issue. It was giving overheat code. So we were assuming it was this sensor here, which is at the top. We checked the code on the gauge. It was saying 01. So it's important to have a gauge that you can read, because you can't see nothing here. And eventually I was able to see the little thermostat thing and bouncing at the bottom. That's how we figured out it was something dealing with overheating. But prior, we didn't know what it was. Was checking oil, was checking this, was checking that, whatever. Don't mind the mess inside the ski. So troubleshooting, checking all the fuses, getting ready to try to swap the ECU out and all that nonsense, because we couldn't figure out what it was. What it ended up being is that there is one here, which it's hard to see, and it needs to be tightened. This one needs to be tightened. So I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, so there's one there, and that connector here was actually loose. Like, it was completely off, and that was giving us our code. So if you have overheating, it's either that sensor or this one here. I think it's a third, I'm not 100% sure. And then another crazy thing, this is just to add insult to injury for our crazy weekend that we had. So if I'm not mistaken, I think that one of the skis was taking on water, or I really can't call it. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing, then I'm wrong, you know, incorrect, whatever. But long story short of it, I go to start the ski, and this is what happened. So yeah. So I'm gonna try to get that out, clean that terminal up, see if we can reuse that battery, get a new plug for here, cut some of the wire back, you know, rock that. Then make sure these up here are tight, because on this one here, the other ski, is leaking from there. So that's why some water was coming into the other ski. But yeah, I know it's a quick video, but if you have like overheating problems, that's what caused it. Oh, and so I had started the ski without the temp sensor being into the intake manifold, and I got a 023 code. So that sensor, I guess, is related with that, or either related with that, or you have additional air coming in, you know. So yeah. Now also to like, okay, to view the codes, you'll basically just hold these two here for about like 15 seconds, and then eventually what'll happen is you'll see a code pop up on the screen. Like I said, you can't really see on these, and that's give you an idea. Use some polarized lens, use shade, do what you gotta do, but it's important to keep these covered, because these little LCD screens, they have a sunlight rating. And I'm saying that, and I'm looking at my spark gauge right now, and I need to make sure I cover that up. But yeah, so make sure that you can always see what's going on, because, you know, we was able to go in the right direction eventually, because I seen a little overheating thing at the bottom. So quick little video, hope you guys find it useful. I'm not a Yamaha person, I'm a Sea-Doo person, you know, but it's a ski, so yeah. And then kind of piggyback on the weekend, how the weekend went. So we probably had about 9 skis in total. 9, I don't know how many skis we had, but my GTR 230, I blew a fuse for the injectors, so I wasn't getting fuel, so I blew that. And because where it was located at, I didn't really feel like dealing with it. I looked through it, whatever, I'm like, you know what, it's probably this, probably that. It could be a whole bunch of things, because the ski was taking a lot of abuse, hitting the waves. I should have recorded that, but I left the camera inside the truck. Then one of the Yamahas, that thing came apart, or maybe it was already apart, maybe it was never in, don't know. So that happened. Then we had Rohan ski. When it was done, it started knocking. It was a customer ski we had. Her ski started taking on water, and she didn't tell us prior that, you know, that ski had sunk. Which my motto is this when I talk to people and it comes to repairing anything, car, boat, jet ski. You know, you can tell me one thing, the vehicle will tell me another thing. And I wasn't a mechanic who was actually working on that ski, but like, he assumed that the ski flipped and took on water, which was he was spot on, but the ski didn't flip. The ski was just taking on water because it was sinking, because it has a hole in it or something's loose or something. So that's that. So we had a ski. My ski blew a fuse. One ski had a connector that was off. Another ski lost power. Another ski motor started knocking, and then the red Yamaha, we don't know what's going on with that. I may grab that from them and see if I can trace what the problem is. But yeah, like I try to explain, like when it comes to jet skis, they're so finicky. Just so finicky. And it's because how the compartment everything is, it's kind of hard to get a finger and gauge exactly what's going on, what's wrong. But like I say, all I do is blow a fuse. But because the fuses are smaller, the compartment is in, you know, I'm wet, my hands are wet. You know, I don't want to be digging in there, dropping water inside of my, you know, my fuse box. So I'm like, you know what? We didn't have any tools. Then it's not like we had the trailers. We was basically on the water. So yeah, anything can happen. You can get a brand new ski, something happen. You know. Oh, in the fuse situation with my ski, right? So the fuse blew, right? I don't know if you can see that. So when I look at the box, that tells me what everything is. The injector fuse is supposed to be a 15. If you know your fuses, you can tell that this is a 5. So yeah, that's why that blew. Jet ski life.